Rock and Roll Geek Show 1359.
Still rocking after all these years.
This is the story of my rock and roll butler.
This is it, the show that started it all. Often imitated, but never equal. From San Francisco, USA, online since 2004. It's the one and only Rock and Roll Geek Show. With the original Rock and Roll Geek, Michael Butler.
Welcome to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. My name's Michael Butler. Thanks a lot for joining me. I really appreciate it. Today is Friday, January 3rd, 2025, and it is 12:14 p.m. when I'm recording this episode. That means it's legal for me to open up a beer. Happy 2025. First podcast of the year. Let me take a sip of this fine Tecate. A little early to start drinking, but hey. What are you going to do, friends? I hope you had a great New Year's Eve, and I hope you made it safely. And I hope you came back with your marriage and your life intact. I did. I survived it, and I'm extremely grateful for that. As I mentioned on the last episode with Chris Capel, the rock and roll copywriter, which thank you, Chris, for doing that. He did a co-host donation, $100, and it was fun talking to him. We learned a lot about Chris Capel, the rock and roll copywriter's life, and I'm fascinated by it. As according to some of the comments and emails I've gotten, a lot of other people are fascinated by it too. Getting into someone's personal life is always difficult, but it's always good radio/podcasting. So thank you, Chris Capel, for bearing your soul on the Rock and Roll Geek Show for the friends of the show. As promised, it is now time for me to do my top 10 albums of 2025. Let me tell you something. That was extremely difficult. Extremely difficult. According to Phil Robinson, who put this spreadsheet together, he wrote down every release and the date it was released. According to his spreadsheet, there were 540 rock albums released in 2024. 540. So narrowing down 540 to 10 is nay impossible, or nay is not possible. So I did my best. I did not hear a lot of these. So if you're going to tell me, hey, impellitteri album War Machine, which was released on November 8th, how come you didn't put that in there? Because I did not hear it. Okay, friends? If you're going to say, how come you didn't put Peter Parrott from the other ones with his new album, The Cleansing, which a lot of people, by the way, said put that in their top 10, which was released on November 1st, 2024. How come you didn't put that on your list? Because I didn't hear it, friends. I could not get to all these. You didn't put the Choir Boys Waldorf Street, released October 25th, on your list? No, because I didn't hear it. If you want me to hear these records, friends, I can't do it all. You got to send them to me, please. Mark Farner came out with an album, Closer to My Home. That's not on my list. The Pineapple Thief. I don't even know who the Pineapple Thief is, but they're not on my list. Weather Systems. They're not on my list. How could you miss Weather Systems, Butler? Unsubscribed. The Great Daughtry from American Idol came out with Shock to the System Part 1 EP. Well, first of all, an EP can't be on my list. I cannot put an EP. Here's my criteria. New release cannot be an EP, and it cannot be covers. And it cannot be a live album. Hence, the reason that Daughtry's album was not on my top 10. Also, hence, the reason that my friend Shitty Dude, Danny Borden, his band Killers and Exiles, it's not on my list because it's an EP. Okay, friends? So don't hate the playa. Okay. Richie Kotzen's not on your list with his new album, Nomad? Sorry, Richie Kotzen, I didn't hear your album, friend. It might have been good, but I didn't hear it. The new Sweet album, Full Circle. Not on your list? That, by the way, that's on a lot of people's lists. I should have heard it, but I didn't hear it. No one sent it to me, I don't think. Maybe somebody did and I missed it. First of all, there's no original members of the suite, but I would still give it a listen. It must be good because a lot of people put it on there, but it's not on my list. So please don't hate me for not putting these bands that I have not heard their album. Glorious Bank Robbers, Rock and Roll Church. I did not hear it. Otherwise, it might have been on my list. Let's just go up another. Let's go. The Golden Shitters. It's an EP. Love Blows. Can't be on my. Might have made it, but it's an EP. So Golden Shitters, you're not on my list, friends. I apologize. Bill Wyman has a new album. Came out on October 9th. Did not hear it. Had I heard all these albums, the Chris Slade timeline. That's probably songs that he played other bands. That would technically be covers. That wouldn't be on the list. Had I heard Paul Di'Anno's Workhorse, May He Rest in Peace, that came out on July 19th. Phil Robinson, what a job he had putting this list together, man. Phil Robinson, you are a godsend, friend. Streetlight Circus, Red Cross had a new album. I did not know. See, Goodbye June. Now, Goodbye June, I should have given that a better listen because the Goodbye June that I heard was good. I missed some, friends, but it is so difficult to narrow them down to 10. Daryl Hall had a new album came out. Lucifer's Hammer, Shotgun Mistress, Paul McCartney, and Wings? I'd like to hear that. Mike Campbell had an album came out. I did not hear all of these albums, friends. So please cut your friend Michael Butler some slack. Oh, but here's the ones that I narrowed it down to. Well, let's get to the top 10 first, okay? Now, there are some ties. Yes, there are. As there always is. Coming in at number 10, we have a tie. And praise be to the rock and roll gods. Some of these releases are actually friends of the Rock and Roll Geek Show. How about that? While I vamp to pull up my list here. Okay, great. Top 10. What is T? It begins with a T. Top 10. I don't see it. Top 10. Uh-oh. Now I've done it. I lost my list. Did I lose my list? Butler, how could you have lost your list? You had 500 and so many to choose from. Okay, I got it. All right. Coming in at number 10, it's a tie between these two bands, one of them being Lars Lenova's band. I think it's Lars Lenova's band. Sin City. Yes, you heard it right, friends. Lars Lenova's band, Sin City. Some other people had this on the list as well. By the way, I put a post up. Please post your top 10 albums of 2024 here. People posted them on other threads too on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group, which I do not create, but I do approve people. The sheriff, you have to answer 2 questions that the sheriff made up, so we know that you're not a potential ISIS coming in to infiltrate us, if you get my drift. Where was I going? So I asked people to post their top 10 lists, and there's 174 comments on here. I don't know if those are all people's lists, but that's a lot to get through. But I'm going to do my best to compare notes, if friends. So, okay. Did anybody else have Sin City on their list? I'm sure they did. I will look for them while this is playing. But coming in at number 10, it's a tie. What did I do with it? Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! I've lost. Life's a Bullet. New album. Oh, hold on. The album. Whoa. The album is called Black Decade, and this song is called Life's a Bullet. Number 10 of the Rock and Roll Geek 2024 top albums of 2024. Life's a Bullet.
tonight. Tonight is your private show. You surely feel when it's hot, and you will hit the spot. There's only one way to go. Play the right ball, you win it all. Life's a bullet. Give the ball the right spin, and you're able to win. Life's a bullet. Play the right ball, you win it all. Life's a bullet. Give the ball the right spin, you're able to win. Life's a bullet. Life's a bullet.
There you go, Sin City. I looked on the spreadsheet here. This Phil Robinson. This spreadsheet is unbelievable. It's a Google Docs. I guess it's a Google Docs on. I type in Sin City, up pops Sin City. The number 65 release of the year, Black Decade, came out on February 16th, 2024. Do anybody else have him on their list? Now, there's a lot of things to go through here. So I'm looking here. I know somebody does, but I do not see them as I'm strolling. Oh man, there's a lot of people. Thank you everybody who put your list. Man, there's a lot. I'm really humbled that there's so many people that contributed to this. Really, friends. Other people put this on the list too. Lars Lenovo, you know who put you on the list. Okay, I'm not going to waste everybody's time by going to look through it. But I said it was a tie. Also tied for 10, another friend of the show, as usually his bands are because they have super catchy tunes. Sandy Hyde on a bunch of people's list, Dirtbag Republic. Tied for number 10 on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group. On the Rock and Roll Geek Top 10 of 2024. Let's type in Dirtbag on this list. Dirtbag. Okay, Dirtbag. I type in Dirtbag. Let's see. It's not coming up. Let's see. Republic. Dirtbag Republic is not even on this list. There's probably something going on with this finding feature that I'm looking for. Let's try it again. Dirtbag. Nope, Dirtbag Republic is not on here. So, unless I'm missing something, Phil Robinson, you dropped the ball, friend. I'm just kidding with you, Phil Robinson. Really did a great job on this thing. Sandy Hyde's band, Dirtbag Republic. He is the singer for this band. The album is called Bad Decision. This is called Streetlight Parasite.
Exhausted
There you go. It actually is on Phil Robinson's spreadsheet. It came out September 27th, 2024. The 400. Whoa. Okay. Did I mention I'm in the Podcast Hall of Fame? It was the 447th album released of 2024. Came out September 27th. Michael Street has Dirtbag Republic on his list. Kurt Crawford has an honorable mention. Other people as well. I just can't go. Michael Street has him at number 7. Oh, by the way, I didn't give you an update of what's going on. When we last talked, I had put off doing this show because I was going to audition for a country band. And I had to learn like 12 songs for this audition. I'd never heard any of these songs before. The audition was in Anderson, California, which is about an hour and a half from up here in the mountains. I'm up here in the mountains still, by the way. My wife just left. She took one of the dogs on a hunt again down in Coalinga. So I'm up here by myself. So I went down for the audition. It was just me, the singer who also plays guitar, and he's the songwriter, and the other guitar player wasn't there. So just me, the drummer, and him. And I brought my little Kemper player here. It's about the size of 2 distortion pedals. And I actually have my bass rig too, but I just plugged into his PA and ran through the wedges, and the damn thing sounded pretty fucking good, man. I brought my 1966 Fender Precision bass. I really worked hard on these songs, and I plugged in, played. We went through the set. Top to bottom, near perfect. I'm not bullshitting you. It was near fucking perfect. I even learned background vocals. It was near. I missed a couple of notes, but I even learned background vocals. So I said, hey man, is it okay if I don't know the lyrics, but can I sing backgrounds on some of these? Because I consider myself a decent background vocal singer. And he said, sure, that would be great. So I went the songs that I knew the lyrics on, there were about half originals and half covers. There were some Dwight Yoakam songs and Garth Brooks, Vince Gill, I think it was. And the rest were his originals. The guy's got good originals. I will talk more about that on a future episode. Maybe I'll play some of his music. Everybody, they said, oh, it sounded great, man. It sounded great. You're a pro, whatever. And, they're not going to tell me I suck. So I said, thank you. If you guys, I'd really love to play some gigs with you guys if you'll consider me. And he said, well, I'll get back to you and this and that. And, I felt good about the audition. My wife, I said, how'd you do? I told her, I think I did pretty good. And this guy's not a big star, but he came from Nashville and he lives in California now, and he's got some releases out and he plays all the time. So I came home and he had a gig on New Year's Eve, and I didn't want to bother him, but I texted him anyway. I said, hey, I hope you have a good gig. I hope you consider me for the bass playing job. And he replied back, yeah, you sounded great. I need to send you the rest of the songs ASAP. I said, cool, sounds like I got it. And then I got an email yesterday saying, hey, everybody who's on this email, looking forward to playing with you guys on February 15th at a bar in Chico called the Tackle Box. 3 sets. Here's the set. Here's the 3 set list. Learn all 3 of them for rehearsal. Learn all 3 of these for the gig. So I said, hey, I got the gig. So there you go, friends. I got the gig. All right. I am now a country guy. Yeehaw, motherfuckers. So I have to learn 3 sets. In addition to the 12 songs I've learned, there's about 25 more I need to learn. First rehearsal's in about a week. So I got to get moving. Plus, I got to start working on the Manitoba tunes for the tour. So I got my work cut out for me, friends, but I did manage to come here and do this podcast for you. So I'm excited about that. I've never played country. I watched the New Year's Eve. We were across the street for New Year's Eve watching the Ryan Seacrest shit show. Those artists on there were horrible. I came home early, and I saw on TV, I said, I'm just going to finish watching at home. There was my wife and 2 other women or 3 other women there. And I was getting, kind of ladies auxiliary meeting. It's not what, I need. The dogs were over here by themselves, and not that I don't like being around three nice looking women, but I needed to get back to the dogs. So I came home and I saw that the Nashville New Year's Eve television celebration was on. So I started watching all these country artists. It was all country artists. And I'm watching, I'm enjoying it. I'm imagining myself up there playing country music, and I'm looking at these band guys, and a lot of the side guys, they're not, some guys are wearing cowboy hats, but most of them were not. They were just long-haired, rock-looking dudes. So I said, man, I'm going to fit right into this. If I play these songs good, I'm going to fit in. And I'm looking in the audience of all these gigs, of all these they were like all these different bars these artists were playing at on this New Year's Eve celebration. Most of them small clubs, except for the main venue where they were broadcasting. What's the guy from Australia? I forget his name, but he's married to Nicole Kidman. He was hosting the thing. That was at a big venue, but when they would throw to other artists who were performing, they were all in little small clubs. So I can picture myself up there playing, and the audience. I would say the audience is probably about 60 to 70% girls, and they're all hot. So I'm in, motherfuckers, okay? I'm there. I'm going to be real busy learning songs, and hopefully if I do good on this first gig, I'm hopefully be real busy playing gigs, and that's what I want to do. Being retired / unemployed, all I want to do is play gigs, man. I want to play gigs on the weekends, come back to the mountains, hang out with the dogs and the wife, and cook and eat food and go hunting and fishing. So that's the retired life for me. Playing bass for money in front of people and being with wife and dogs. All right, so there you go, friends. That's an update. Back to the list. By the way, I'm going to thank the donors. Should I thank them now? Why don't we thank the donors now, since we're on the friends of the show? I mentioned that that Danny Borden's band, Shitty Dude Danny Borden, his band was not eligible because it was an EP. The Killers and Exiles EP. It was not eligible because it's an EP, but I'm going to play it in the background while I thank you, the friends of the Rock and Roll Geek Show, for your support, friends. So let's play a little bit of Killers and Exiles. I think Danny Borden is a guitar player and singer. Now, my favorite way to donate to the show, well, you can donate by sending in audio comments or co-hosting the show with me, or sending me records and things like that, or sending me gifts like Chris Capel did, and everybody else who's so generous sending me gifts. But the best way to support the show is by Venmo. My Venmo is at Michael-Butler-11, like the following people did. Chris Capel Venmo'd me $100 co-host donation. Michael Stittick, a $50 Tiny Tim and Little Filbert crotchety Christmas donation. Thank you, Michael Stittick. Kurt Crawford, $50. Dan Ghettoon, $50. Tim Shaw, $50. You guys saved the show this month, I swear, friends. Thank you so much. Richard Fusey, a $40 Manitoba tour donation. Tim Smith, a $20 tour donation. Greg Brofer, who I'm still praying for every night, friend, $20. Stephen Cohen, $10 December donation with a birthday bonus. Richard Fusey, $11.01. Michael Stittick, $5. And then Richard Fusey, after the last episode, sent me $1 shitty episode donation. I don't know that he didn't like the episode. I don't know why he sent me $1, but it's appreciated, Richard Fusey. Thank you, Sheriff. That's the Venmo donations. Thank you to everybody who donated on Patreon. Patreon.com/R&R Geek. Joe Pollack, my bodyguard, $16.66. He says he's going to be traveling with us on the Midwest tour. I know he hates country, so he may disband me from his friend list. I don't know. Joe Pollock, you may hate country, but you would not hate the country audiences. Dan Garrow on $15. Kurt Crawford, $12.77. Fred and Ginny Bunky, $10. Brian Springer, $8. John Scott, writer of the great book Tom Petty and Me, $8. All right, how about Turn You Out? Danny Borden, it might be better to just not even be on the top 10 because you're getting played in the entire donation segment, friend. So, Happy New Year, friend. Michael Street, friend of mine and friend of the show, $7.50. Cole Thornton, $6.24. Dave Slusher, who jumped ship, and he still donates $5.55 every episode. Brad Schultz, $5. Chiaki Hinohara, $5. Medaki Metal on Instagram, and my good friend, Chiaki Hinohara. Danny Borden, whose music you're hearing right now, $5. Shitty Dude donation. Eric Klein, $5. James Shapiro, $5. Jamie Jefford, $5. Justin Lefkowitz, $5. Martin Clawley, $5. Matthew Hunt, $5. Mike Brown, one of my oldest friends, $5. Nada Itani, $5. Patrick Shanahan, $5. Paul Smith, $5. Robert Harvey, $5. Steve T. Steve Trice, $5. Eric Stowell, £4. Eric Stowell, $4. Mike Hellier, £4. Dan McBride, $3. Mark Mazzei, $3. Mike Dixon, $3. Paul Rube, $2.25. Adrian Bosch on Bosch Rock on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook page, which I do not create, but I do approve. We just got to answer 2 questions so that we know you're not ISIS coming in and releasing poison gas in my studio and making me cough up this fine Tecate. Adrian Bosch on $2. Amy Bowen, $2. Eric the Rock and Roll Plebe, $142. 3 Legs, 4 Wheels, $1. Arnie Stats, $1. And finally, Piotr Wojciechowski, $1. All right, how about Dragonfly? Finally, PayPal donors. Take a sip of this fine Tecate. Michael Street with a $63 birthday donation. Yes, I'm 63 years old, friends. I'm old enough to be your dad. Some of you may be your grandfathers. I might be old enough to be some of you's younger brother. Thank you, Michael Street, for the $63. Much appreciated, friend. I hope to see you on the East Coast run that we're doing. Run? Hey, man, it's the East Coast run. Richard Strom, $20. Blake Johnson, the Rock and Roll Brian Cranston, $20. Dave Franco, $20. Stephen LaPerriere, $20. Up in Britain, what do you call it? French Canadian. Ralph Miller, friend of mine and friend of the show, $10. William Bell, by the way, Ralph Miller did he donated $100 to the Manitoba tour. Thank you, Ralph Miller. William Bell, $10. James Venners, $10. Dave Jackson in the School of Podcasting, $10. Jeff and Sherrod Thielelicki, $10. Jason Shepard, $10. VJ Lisco, $10. Todd Cunningham, friend of mine and friend of the show, $10. Peter Spark, $5. John Offenloch, $5. By the way, condolences to Todd Cunningham. I think his mom died. Our condolences for your lost family member, Todd Cunningham. BJ List, okay. Peter Spark, $5. John Offenloch, $5. Brett Garski, $5. Vincent Creamy, $5. Jace Lesniewski, $5. Christopher, it might not have been his mom, might have been his dad, but you know who died, Todd. Our condolences, friend. Jace Lesniewski, $5. Did I say Vincent Creamy, $5. Brett Garski, $5. John Offenloch, $5. Yes. Christopher Del Grande, $5. Benjamin Muller, $5. Greg Long, $5. Rachel Rosenberg, $5. Andrew Howell, $5. Brian Gradage, $2. Kai Matsuda, $2. William Moffitt, $2. Deborah Dreyfus, if that's your real name, $2. Philip Vermeulen, $2. Lassie Satvithagen, $2. Stephen Mascord, $2. Adam Croft, $2. Chad Kiffmeyer, $2. Dave Alexander, $2. Adam Brachet, $2. And finally, Adam Gerstein, $2, who I'm going to be seeing in New York. I think he's coming to at least one of these Manitoba shows. First show, September 29th, Mercury Lounge. I hope to see you there, friends, in New York City. I've never played in New York. Well, I played once at CBGB's with Stevie Slater, but I've never played. No, I take that back. I played the Beacon Theater with Exodus. But it's been a long time since I played New York City. I'm looking for, hopefully there'll be some people there. Thank you to everybody who donated to the Rock and Roll Geek Show. As you know, it's a value for value. So if you get any value out of this show, friends, any help that you get, whatever it's worth to you, is very much appreciated by your friend Michael Butler here. I'll let this run out. Let me take a sip of this fine 2025 first beer of the year. Actually not. No, we're in third day. It's about my 30th beer. Not 30th. It's probably about my 16th or 17th, I guess. Thank you for donating, friends. It's much appreciated. One more sip. There you go. All right. Yeah! All right. Back to the top 10 list. We're now at number 9. No, I'm telling you, man, it was impossible to narrow it down to 10. As like I do every year, there's some ties, and it's a 3-way tie for number 9. I listened to all. I'm going to tell you everybody who's on my what I did was I looked at all the records that I had in my possession on my iTunes, whatever. I like to actually own the music on the iTunes, not go to Apple Music and listen to it. It's good to do. Oh, pardon me, I burped. It was fun to cut. It's good to do that for something like, the albums that I do with Casey, like Bon Jovi or Poison or stuff. But I do have an Apple Music subscription. Thank you to Joe Pollack for gifting that to me. But I like to have the actual MP3s on my computer, and all the ones I have, I narrowed it down to all of the following artists. Okay, Sin City, Killers and Exiles, Billy Tibbles. That's a great record, but it's only an EP. So Killers and Exiles and Billy Tibbles could not make it. Other bands that I listen to. I'm not going to tell you who I've not put on the list, but these are the ones that I've considered. Suicide Bombers, Deep Purple, Moggs Motel, Green Day's new album, Saviors, my friend Sam Spade and the rest of his band, good friends since we've toured with them, Midnight Devils album, Anti-Queens, Lions in the Street put out a great record. Did it make the top 10? I can't tell you yet, friends. Black Crowes, I considered them. That's a decent record. Jason Ringenberg, Victoria Liedtke, who I know Michael Street has. He's the only other one who had them on his list. I don't know if they're on my list, but they were considered. Slash's new album. Slash has a really good new album, but they're, if not all covers, they're mostly covers. So that it deletes them. The Jesse Malin record. It's other people doing his music. So I know that Adam Gerstein has that album on his list. That's a great record. Bruce Springsteen, Green Day's doing, or maybe Billy Joe Armstrong. A bunch of people doing his covers. I don't consider that can't be on my list because I consider those covers. So that was disqualified. Okay. New Dirtbag Republic, New Massive Wagons, CJ Waldheart, even though it's technically not coming out till next year, it was fully released on digital and I bought it. Terror Vision, Crossbone Scully, Ian Hunter, Fast Eddie, Tuck Smith, Southern River Band, Liar Thief Bandit, D.A.D., Judas Priest, who's on everybody's list. The Good, the Bad, and the Zugly. The Angels. I didn't even realize the Angels had an album out until like not that long ago. Vane, Terror Vision, Crossbone Scully. Those are all the records that I have, that I know of, that came out. Oh, no. Sebastian Bach. Ace Frehley. I have that record. Your D.A.D. Those are the ones that I considered. Then I had to narrow that down to 10. Not counting the 500 and something that were released according to Phil Robinson's list. So now here we back are. Here we back are. Is that grammatically correct? I don't think so. But here we back are, friends. Grammar ain't me forte. Neither is speaking. A three-way tie for number 9. Let me see if I can find it here. Let's see. Okay. All right. Why is it not? Oh, I forgot to put it on the list. Okay. Let me see. No, I can't. I couldn't have forgot that. We'll find it. All right. Coming in at number 9 with a tie, C.J. Wildheart put out an album called Slots. He put it out on Bandcamp. It was released on Bandcamp Friday, and I bought it. This album would be a lot higher probably if it was a little bit better produced. He does all these in his bedroom, I think, with the exception of the drums, and I think he mixes them a little hot for my taste. But the songs, there's no denying songwriting talents of C.J. Wildheart, and he's got the punk rock attitude, and I love the guy. Album's called Slots. I'm going to play for you. You Got the Best Part of Me.
What you
There you go. Brand new CJ Wildheart. By the way, if you know CJ, ask if he wants to come on the show and talk about his new record. Of course, I'd have to ask him about the Wildhearts, but yeah, I'd like to get him on. I think the guy's talented. I really like the guy. I invited him to when we played the UK to the London show, and he got right back to me and said, "I don't live in London anymore, but thanks for the offer." I played on stage with him when I played Ginger's birthday party. The guy's a real great guitar player and a great songwriter. All right. Tied for number 9. Three-way tie. Lyrics on this album, a little cheesy, but it's a really fun record. So here's how I think about it. Do I go back and listen to these records again? I have all these records, but how many do I actually go back and re-listen to? I find myself coming back to listen to this record. Lyrics are kind of cheesy, but it's a fun record. And that's what I like to hear is fun music, and it's rocking. It's well produced, and it's fun, and it's on a lot of people's lists as well. Came out, let's see here. Let me pull it up. Okay. Came out on November 22nd, the 523rd album of the year. Tied for number 9 with Casey Case of 2 a.m. Crossbone Scully, the musical director for Alice Cooper's band. He sings like Alice Cooper, and the lyrics are dumb, but I don't think he really considers them to be great lyrics. I think he doesn't care. They're just tongue-in-cheek lyrics and not taking themselves too seriously, and I like that. But the songs are catchy, and it's rocking and well-produced. Boom went the boom. There you go. Listen, fun is fun. A good song's a good song, and that's a catchy tune and it rocks. BJ Lisco had this album on his list. Lars Lenova had him on his top 10. Michael Ferguson had them on his top 10. Ivan Galisic. I know I'm mispronouncing your name, Ivan. I apologize, friends. James Logan on his list. Probably other people too. There's just so many to go through. There you go. That's so far we're two-way tie for number 9. I had to put one more because I had so many that I wanted to get in my top 10. I wanted to include. I had to put a three-way tie and tied for number 3. All this is not their best album, but still got some great songs on it. I could not leave it out. Massive Wagons, Earth to Grace is the name of the album, and this is called Missing on TV. I mean, a catchy tune is a catchy tune, like I just now said. Have a drink, friends. There you go. Number 9 Three-way tie, Massive Wagons, came out on November 8th, 2024, according to Phil Robinson's release date list here. The 509th album released. That week was Massive Wagons, Earth to Grace, Impellitteri, Neil Morse and the Resonance, Soul Staffer, The Pineapple Thief, Mark Farner, Delane, and The Pineapple Thief again. You got, okay, well, all right. Hey, nobody's perfect, friends, okay? All right. Coming in at number 8, By Themselves, Not a Tie. I come back to listen to this album all the time because it's a great album. This album has a great variety of power, like I guess you call it action rock songs, and great melodic pop tunes. And you know how I feel about the melodic pop tunes. I like a rockin' song, but I also like to have pop melodies. Terror Vision, We Are Robots. You Gotta Want to Be Happy is the name of the song. Number 8 on the Rock and Roll Geek, etc., etc.
On Saturday, somewhere, somehow I'm famous, and sometimes it can last for as long as 2 hours. Come Monday, I'll be back on Earth, and the silence is deafening. Till Friday, I'll be back at work, but I'm living for the weekend. Nothing that we can do for you. You gotta want to be happy. There's nothing that we can say or do. You gotta want to be happy. Oh, 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 oh. If you were the day of the week, tell me what day would you be? Or if you were the season, month of the year, September, March or July. 'Cause I think you'll be a summer's day every time. Yeah, I know you give up those warmest rays, 'cause I've seen you shine. There's nothing that we can do for you. You gotta want to be happy. There's nothing that we can say or do. You gotta want to be happy. Oh, oh, I kneeled down, gave all I got, 'cause it was nothing to me. They looked up and the rain hit the face. I thought, where are you gonna sleep? 'Cause it's a cold outside, we got this easy life we shouldn't take for granted. Just give all that you got, 'cause you'll always find more, and dance the blues away. There's nothing that we can do for you. You gotta want to be happy. There's nothing that we can say or do. You gotta want to be happy. There's nothing that we can do for you. You gotta want to be happy. There's nothing that we can say or do. You gotta want to be happy. You gotta need to be happy. You gotta want to be happy. You gotta try to be happy. 'Cause it ain't easy being happy. And yeah, you taught me to be happy. Oh,
That is a great tune. And the album, the rest of the album's pretty much just as good. That's a great album. Again, records that I go back and re-listen to more than once. The records that I find myself putting on again, just when I want to listen to good music. This is one of them. Very difficult to do this list, man. I'm looking at, by the way, that album came out on September 20th, 2024, TerraVision, We're Not Robots. I'm looking at some of your top 10s. Jim S. I like the way he put his top 10 list. He goes, I've fought with this all I can. Everybody had a difficult time putting their list together. And by the way, thank you again for everybody who went to the trouble to put a list together and help me out so we can compare notes. I've fought with this all I can, so I'm going to trust, quote, trust in the Michael Butler Rock and Roll Geek Show scientific, non-scientific rating system. Here's my top 10 or so of the year. In true Rock and Roll Geek Show fashion, I have multiple ties. So he did it by percentage, like the one he scored the highest. The one he scored highest of everybody, Dirtbag Republic, he gave it his number one album, 95%. By the way, he had Massive Wagons at 82%. That's in the tie for number 10 or for number 6. He does not have TerraVision on here. I don't know anybody that does. I think maybe one or two people might, but there's so many people to look through. I don't have time to go. I don't want to waste your time. I'd be scrolling through and looking. That was number 8 by themselves. Now, number 7 is a two-way tie. The Angels is one of the two-way tie. I was pleasantly surprised. They got the guy from what was that band that I really like? Oh, fuck. You know what I'm talking about. They're really popular in Australia. The guy Dave Gleason, is no longer singing for them. And I wasn't too psyched about seeing a new Angels album. And I listened to it again a couple of days ago when I was putting this list together. And I'm going, man, there's some really good songs on here. And this singer sounds a lot like Doc Neeson. And the lyrics are clever. So I had to put the Angels' new album, 99, on my list. I was going to choose between Into the Void. I could have picked any song on this album. Every song is good on this album. I could have picked 99, Go for Broke, Style Over Substance, or Hue and Cry. I picked Into the Void. Go back and listen to the new Angels album, friends. When did it come out on, according to Phil Robbins? Let's see. Angels came out in June, a long time ago. I think I might have played one song on the Rock and Roll Geek Show. Maybe I didn't. The album is called 99. I had completely forgot about this album until I came back and listened to it again a few days ago, like I said. This album is good, and I had to put it on the list. Could have been lower, could have been higher, but I put it in tied for number 7. Here's Into the Void, new Angels album, or the latest Angels album called 99.
You got a lot of problems.
Come on, that's catchy as hell.
We've been in a tailspin for so long, it ain't real to me. But I don't feel sadness, I don't see a tragedy. I feel relief, I feel gladness in being free. I wounded you, it was anarchy.
Vincent Creamy also had the Angels on his top 10 list. He had them tied for number 10 with Massive Wagons. He said, I think if I was doing this list in a couple of weeks' time, the Massive Wagons album might be higher. Honorable mentions to Judas Priest, Moggs Motel, and Mean Jeans, who I've never heard of, Mean Jeans. While it does not fit the criteria, I also listen to a lot of James Towns Earl, All In, unreleased and rarities. Now, if an album is unreleased in rarities, would I put that on the list? Probably would. I think that would be admissible. His number one album, Lions in the Street. You know, that's on it. That's in my playlist, and I couldn't find anywhere to fit it into my top 10. But that album is really good, and I should probably. I'm gonna call myself an Audible right now and stick that Lions in the Street in a tie here on with the Angels in Vain. And oh, I just gave it away. The other number 7 is Vain. You got it. I'm gonna put Lions in the Street as a tie as well with Vain. Yes, I put Vain in my top 10. I cannot believe that I put them in the top 10. But this album is really good. They're really good songs in this album. This song is called You Better Keep an Eye on That Girl from Disintegrate Together. You can't even find this record, I don't think, on the streaming. You can only get it on their website. I don't know what their logic is, what Davey Vain's logic in that is, but by the way, Joel from the Butlers is the guitar player, was one of the guitar players for Vain. This song is fucking great, man.
I got a feel that she's
The guitar playing on that is absolutely shredding. You listen to all these songs back to back from the different albums and you hear the different ways they're produced. The production on that album, on Vane's album, a lot of high end on it for me, and it kind of hurts my ears with these headphones. I got these headphones cranked. That's the way I listen to music. Yeah, production a little bit little heavy on the high end, but good songs are good songs. Now, I threw this Audible in to throw a three-way tie-in because Vincent Creamy put it on his number. This is his number one, and I go back and listen to this a lot because this is a great album. Sandy Hyde turned me on to this. He said, "I think this is in your wheelhouse," and it is. So I'm calling an audible and doing a three-way tie. Here's Lions in the Street. The album's called Moving Along. Mine Ain't Yours. Singer reminds me a lot of Dan Baird, and that's a good thing. There you go. All right. Number 6 on the Rock and Roll Geek, etc., of 2024. Stands Alone. No Ties. I love this band. I don't know that anybody else has them on their list, but this is a band that I am in love with, not in a gay way, but musical way. They're called The Good, The Bad, and The Zugly. The album is called Decade of Regression. Is it on Phil's list here? Let me see here. Let's see. Good, The Bad, and the... Yes, where is it? Okay. April 5th, 2024. The Good, The Bad, and The Zugly. Standing alone at number 6 on the Rock and Roll Geek Top 10 albums of 2024, give or take 5 or 6. Velcro, the album's called Decade of Regression. This song is called Velcro Mags. Oh, man, that is so good. Son of a bitch, that's good. Wow. I love that band so much. That's got everything I love in a rock song or a punk rock song. It's got punk rock attitude. It's catchy as hell. The singer's got anger, angst. Oh, such a great song. And it's produced great, too. Oh, do yourself a favor, friends. If you do not know Good, the Bad, and the Zugly out of Norway, Oslo, Norway, I think they're from. Man, that band is good. I hope I get to see them before I die. Woo! Standing Alone at number 6. Came out April 5th, 2024, according to Phil Robinson's great list here, spreadsheet. I don't know how he put the spreadsheet together. That's better you than me, Phil. Thank you so much for doing it, friend. He's already got a release list going for 2025. He's got a list of scheduled releases and to be announced. He's already got ones that have come out so far and ones that are to be announced. He's putting in a lot of work. That's another way to support the show, friends. Put in the work that Phil Robinson does. Thank you again, Phil Robinson. Look, I'm telling you, the community, the Rock and Roll Geek Show Facebook community is second to none. There might be groups with more members, but not the quality of the Rock and Roll Geek Fit. You already know that, friends. I don't need to tell you. All right, we are up to number 5, halfway through this thing. This is just about everybody's list. How could I not put it? If I didn't put Judas Priest in my top 10 list, even though Invincible Shield is not my favorite Judas Priest album, and it's not as good as Lightning Strikes or whatever that last one is called. Even though it's not as good, I had to put it in my top 10, and I go back and listen to this too because it is a good album, and everybody don't subscribe if I didn't put this on my list. It's in everybody's top 10. I think if I went down in everybody's list, it'd be in their top 10. Invincible Shield, Gates of Hell. that's a good one. I should that could even have been higher. Phil Robinson, who did the list, by the way, came out March 8th. He did the scoring system just like Jim. He rated his albums in the way they were the Rock and Roll Geek scoring system, just like Jim S., the Rock and Roll Toothbrusher, did. And he gave Judas Priest, it was on his number 4. He gave it a 9.5 out of 11, which is an 86.36%. That's good math, friend. I'm looking at his list. There's some albums on here that I didn't even know were. Mr. Big, I forgot about that one. He put that in his top 10. The Gems Phoenix, I haven't even heard that whole album. I should have given that one a listen. Alkaline Trio, I didn't know that album came out. Massive Wagons, he's got a 3-way tie. They have 9 out of 11. Dirtbag Republic, also 9 out of 11. And also, his number 6, which is tied for my number 5. He gave a 11.5 out of 14. DAD, Speed of Darkness. I moved them up to number 5. They're tied with Judas Priest for me. I just love, you know how I feel about DAD. I mean, Jesper Binzer. That's all I need to say, friends. All right, number 5, tied for number 5 with Judas Priest. Live, but the album Speed of Darkness. Here's Live by Fire. Yes, the riff is already gone from the Eagles, but Jesper's vocals are so good. I find myself smiling every time I hear this guy sing. Oh, come on. Fuck. Oh, thank God for DAT. Thank God for rock and roll. Oh, thank God for rock and roll. What are you saying, Butler? Shut up. man. If you don't like that song, friends, there is something wrong. What a band. What a fucking band. Number 5, tied with Judas Priest. Wow, that song is good. If I was a girl and Jesper Binzer was singing, man, that guy's got a great voice. Great songs, great lyrics, great hooks. All right, we're up to number 4 now, and it's a 2-way tie. Calm down, Butler. Liar, Thief, Bandit. The album's called Icon. This song is called Death Pioneer. I think the only other person besides me who has Liar, Thief, Bandit on the list is Cole Thornton. He doesn't have these lists in any particular order. Like me, everybody, to a person, pretty much says it's nearly impossible to put a top 10 list this year together. 500 and something releases, and at least half of those are decent releases. I just found the Sheriff's list. He's got, it's no surprise, he's got Invincible Shield as number 1. It's a good album. There's no denying. Somebody else has Was I going with this? Tied for number 4. Stephen Mascord has this as his number 1. He has Vain as his number 2 album of the year, and DAD as his number 3. Got Ace Frehley number 10, number 5. I don't have Ace Frehley. Mark Storis, Crossfire, as his number 6. I should have given that a better listen because everything I've heard on that album I like. Like I said, man, this list could have changed. If I would have actually listened to every song on every album that came out, it would have taken me forever, and I should have started preparing this earlier. I always put this off because I dread doing it because it's so difficult. I know that's stealing from Eddie Trunk, saying it's so difficult, but it was really difficult, man. How much you want to bet he's got Sebastian Bach as his number 1 album? Anyway, Steve Mascord has this as his number 1 album of the year, The Southern River Band. This album is really good. I got it tied for number 4. I would have put the last song of the album, Vice City 2, on. I would play that, but it's 6 minutes and some. It's over 6 minutes, and we're already an hour and 40 minutes into this. I'm going to play second best. This whole album's good. Do yourself a favor. Get Southern River Band. My Bodyguard. Joe Pollack has this on his list as well, as do many people. Most of the people have Southern River Band on their lists. I think, as they say, this band is going places. Here's second best.
When you're walking, are you thinking of me? Through the petals
Friend of the show and friend of mine, Kirk Crawford, has this as his number 3 album, Southern River Band DIY. His honorable mentions, one of his honorable mentions is my number 3. My top 3 are, there's no ties. I really wanted to not have any ties in my top 3 this year. I don't know why, but I just didn't. He also has Liar Thief Bandit in his honorable mentions. Before I do my number 3, is it Mike Cranston? Did he post this? I think Mike Cranston posted this on this list on Louder Sound. The 50 best rock albums of 2024, according to Louder Sound. I'm just going to read them real quick. Bon Jovi, Forever, number 50. Number 49, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. 48, Sweet Full Circle. I got to go back and listen to Sweet Full Circle. They said intended final. I don't want to read it. Cold Stairs, never heard of them. Nightwish. Peter Parrott, again, The Only Ones. So can somebody send me that Peter Parrott album? Because I really like The Only Ones. Somebody had that on their list as well, so I should give that a listen. It says, even if you've never heard of Peter Parrott, this is quite something. For those who followed the unrepentantly indulgent national treasure through his Only Ones zenith and unlikely second win solo career is nothing short of miraculous. Saxon, Hellfire and Damnation, 44. I'm giving that one an honorable mention. His Lordship, I don't never heard that. Tyler Bryant, The Shakedown, don't know him. 41, Joan Shaw Tyler, don't know it. 40, Opeth. Somebody else has Opeth on their list as well. 39, MC5, Heavy Lifting. That can't be a new album, right? That's got to be some compilation or something. The Virgin Marys, Gun. Somebody else has Gun. Blues Pills, number 36. Tuck Smith, number 35. Should have been a lot higher. 34th, Hawkwind. 33, Fantastic Negrito. Green Day, 32. Terror Vision, We Are Not Robots, number 31. Royal Republic. Some other people have Royal Republic on their list too. Slash, it's a great album, but too many covers. Hot Damn, number 28. Mog's Motel, they have it number 27. That's an honorable mention for me. Did not make my top 10. I'm blowing the spoiler alert. They did not make my top 10, but they did get an honorable mention. 26, Magnum. 25, John Anderson and the Band Geeks. Idols by Tangut. The Lemon Twigs, number 23. I've not heard that album. Send me that if anybody has it. They gave number 22 Sebastian Bach. Okay. The 21, The Big Train. 20, Bad Nerves. 19, Von Herzen Brothers. 18, Orange Goblin. 17, Blackberry Smoke. 16, The Choir Boys. Did not hear it, even though my friend Nigel Mogg plays in the band. 15, FM. Somebody else has FM on their list. 14, Massive Wagons. 13, Jack White. 12, Miles Kennedy. 11, The Cure. Somebody else has The Cure on their list. Their top 10, Gary Clark Jr. Did not hear that album. 9, Deep Purple equals 1. Honorable mention for me. Black Keys, Ohio Player. Ian Hunter, number 7, Defiance Part 2. Pearl Jam, Dark Matter. 5, Black Country Communion. I beg to differ. I think the sheriff has that on his list as well. Bruce Dickinson, The Mandrake Project. Other people have that on the list too. I've not heard that whole album. David Gilmour, Luck and Strange. I've not heard that album either. Number 2, Invincible Shield. And their number 1 album of the year, The Black Crowes, Happiness Bastards. Is that in my top 3? No, it's not, but they do get an honorable mention. It's not a bad album. What did I score that? I think I have that on I think I wrote that down on. I have some of the ones I did a track by track on here. Sebastian Bach, I gave a 6 out of 11. No way that's getting on my top 10. Bon Jovi Forever, I gave a 4 out of 12. DAD, I gave a 10.5 out of 14. Probably could have scored that higher. I thought I had a score on that one. I don't know. I guess I don't. I do somewhere, but I don't feel like looking for it. Okay, we are at number 3 now. Like I said, no ties. I listened to this album over and over again. It is a great album. I had the singer on my show. What's his name? Mika. Fast Eddie. The album is called Where's my list here? Where am I? Okay. The album is called To the Stars. Every song in this album is good. It's a little bit of a short album. It almost did not come in long enough to be a full-length album, but it did under the radar, and it's good. It's a good thing, too, because this album is great. Produced by Tuck Smith. Fast Eddie, To the Stars. This song is In Too Deep. My number 3 on the Rock and Roll Geek Top 10 of 2024. Fast Eddie.
I'd better leave. That you'll never be what I need you to be. Something's telling me I'd better leave soon, but I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep. I've been trying, darling, to get you off of my mind. But nothing's working, babe. It's a futile waste of time. But something's telling me I'd better leave. That you'll never be what I need you to be. Something's telling me I'd better leave soon, but I'm in too deep. I'd better leave. That you'll never be what I need you to be. Something's telling me I'd better leave soon, but I'm in too deep. I'm in too deep.
Man, that album. Oh, Mike Cranston had that as number 2, Fast Eddie to the Stars. He concludes his list by saying, what a great year 2024 was for music. You see these people say rock and roll is dead. These people are fucking morons. Rock and roll is far, far from dead, by the proof being that everybody on this Facebook group has such a difficult time narrowing it down to 10 albums of 2024. Every year seems to be a good year for rock and roll. Come on, everything I play, you might disagree with that these should not be in the top 10 or whatever, but I don't think you're going to say that these songs suck. The Sheriff's a little bit of a metalhead, and he might not like Fast Eddie and stuff, some of those bands, but he does like Tuck Smith, so he can't be all bad. I'm kidding with you, Sheriff. Sheriff Sheriff is all good. Speaking of Tuck Smith, he's on the Sheriff's top 10, and he's in my number 2. No, he did not make number 1. Just barely missed it by as Maxwell Smart says, he missed it by that much. Every single person, I believe, on the Rock and Roll Geek Facebook group has Tuck Smith, Road to Redemption in their top 10. Tuck Smith, you know the album's great. If you're listening to this, you know the album's great. You don't need... I just hope your head's not getting big by everybody telling you how great you are, friend. I could have played any song on this album. I just grabbed the first one that I could see. I didn't even listen to see which my favorite one was. I just grabbed any one of them because they're all good. One of the great songwriters of our time. Proof that rock and roll is not dead. The guy sold out every show that he did in Europe and Japan. They were all sold out. And here I am playing with Manitoba in front of 35 people. Am I jealous? No, I'm not jealous. Am I envious? Yes, but I am happy for Tuck Smith because nobody deserves it more than this guy. Here's Glory Bound, my number 2, and just about everybody else's top 10 as well. Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts, the song is Glory Bound.
Accusers of being a dead end with no future. I've been accused by the losers, being a sellout and other rumors. All the wannabes and Nancy's and the loudmouth sidewalk sallies. They love to get gacked up, sit around and badmouth me, and I don't even know who to love or trust in this place anymore. But don't believe a word they say. We've been ripped off by the jokers, but now we know their game. All the starstruck frauds and fakers, silver spoon impersonators. Suddenly we're surrounded by clowns and imitators. How are we supposed to know what's real or fake anymore? We belong. We belong to the magic of the
Could have easily been the number one album. What a talent that guy is. By the way, I need to do a make good. When I did the donation, I forgot to thank Elodie Johns. She sent me a birthday donation. Elodie Johns, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry for missing you on the donation segment, but Elodie Johns, my first girlfriend, she donated. She gave me some birthday. She sent me like $30 or something like that on my birthday. She does it every year, and it's very sweet of her. And she's an angel. Thank you, Elodie Johns. We'll make good. So if you happen to know Elodie Johns and she was wondering why I didn't mention her name on the donation segment, let her know. I did it right before the number one song and album of the, not song, but number one album of the year. I mentioned Elodie Johns right before I saved you for the best, for last, Elodie. Right before the number one. Could have easily been Tuck Smith and the Restless Hearts, but I don't think he would. I don't think he would fault me for putting this band over him, or not band, but this person. Before I give the number one, I'm going to do the honorable mentions. All of these honorable mentions could have been in my top 10. These are ones that I narrowed down to the top 10 for my list. Killers and Exiles, I said, but it was an EP. Billy Tibbles, also an EP. Suicide Bombers could have been in the top 10. It's a great album. It was in a lot of people's top 10s. Deep Purple, quality album. Could have been in my top 10. I give him an honorable mention. Mog's Motel, honorable mention to Phil Mogg and Paul and Neil Carter. Mog's Motel. Green Day put out a quality album. Just missed the top 10. Honorable mention. Midnight Devils, my good friend Sam Spade. Good album. Could have been in my top 10. Honorable mention for Midnight Devils. A band called the Anti-Queens. They put out a quality album. Could have just, if I put this list together next week, they could have been in the top 10 as all the honorable mentions. The Black Crowes. Who would ever thought I would give the Black Crowes an honorable mention? I'm not a Black Crowes fan. They put out a good album. Some would say it's a better than good album. Michael Street would tell me I'm full of shit because he thinks it's a great album. Jason Ringenberg, Victoria Liedtke. They put out a quality album, even though it's country. As a country guy now, I should have put that in my top 10, but I'm giving them an honorable mention. Jason Ringenberg from Jason and the Scorchers, and Victoria Liedtke played with Hey Hello with Ginger Wildheart, and she's also married to, or there's the girlfriend of Ginger's ex-manager Gav. Slash could have been in my top 10. It's all covers, or mostly covers. Great album. Saxon, Hellfire and Damnation could have been in the top 10. I'm giving it an honorable mention. Mark Storis from Crocus put out a good solo album. Could have been in the top 10. I have not had enough time to listen to these enough to put them in the top 10. But any of these bands could have been in the top 10. So if you think I missed somebody, send me an email, friends. rockandrollgeek@gmail.com with the subject line, Butler. Your list blows. I'm unsubscribing. Put that in the subject line. If you agree with me, all right, you know the deal. If you agree with me, email Michael. How could anybody put a top 10 list of all the albums that came out this year together? Phil Robinson says there was over 500 that came out this year. And actually, to be exact, according to Phil, 540 albums came out this year, just in the rock genre. We narrowed it down to 10, friends, with a bunch of ties. Impossible to not have ties. So what is my top 10, you say? Well, I don't think it's a surprise. Ian Hunter, Defiance Part 2, 85 years old. 85 years old. Ian Hunter has my number one album of the year. I listen to this album all the time, and that's why I give it and put it in as number one. I listen to this album over and over. I love this album so much. Defiance Part 2. When did this album come out? Ian Hunter. April 19th, 24. Defiance Part 2, Fiction. Every song to me is great on this album. My favorite album of the year, just beating out Tuck Smith. The song I'm going to play, where is it? Okay. What did I do? I lost it? Oh, here it is. Okay. Thank you for listening, friends. It was a tough one to put together, as you know. I hope you're okay with my top 10 list, give or take 7 or 8. We'll do it again next year. Now, I got some country tunes to learn. I got to learn like 25 country songs in addition to going over the Manitoba set. So I got my work cut out for me. I got to post this. It's already 2:30 and I got to feed the dog. So hopefully I'll get this posted tonight. Thank you so much for listening, friends. I hope you had a great 2024. Here, let's take a toast to 2025. It's going to be a great year for music for your friend Michael Butler if his health is intact and if he can play these country tunes. Here's to playing rock and roll and country music. Here's to playing bass and playing music all the time in your retirement. I'll talk to you soon, friends. Here is my number 1 album of the year, Defiance Part 2, Ian Hunter, featuring Joe Elliott. I'll talk to you soon, friends.
According to whichever channel you're listening to, it's the battle for the hearts and minds, selling grown-ups nursery rhymes, and we fall for it every time, 'cause we're consumers of marketing. Marketing is everything, yeah. Division is a bad idea. You must believe everything that you hear. Remember when we used to laugh before they sold us in half? We need the laugh for decency. We need the right for the money and marketing. Marketing is everything, yeah. We know what people want. We know what people want. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. And I am not 11. We know what people want. We know what people want. I said, no, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You make me wanna throw up, sticking out like a sore thumb. And now I doubt supervision, a karaoke one-man band. How to give that man a hand, 'cause he's working on his noble grand. And we're all living in Wonderland. Give that man a Clio. We know what people want. We know what people want. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're just giving us the finger. We know what people want. We know what people want. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. 'Cause we ain't on your medical. You're sitting on the sofa, watching ads for Ask Your Doctor. In between a fear and hate, We're gonna celebrate in Madison Avenue. He's making in the money and marketing, marketing, marketing is everything, yeah. We know what people want. We know what people want. I say, no you don't, no you don't, no you don't. It's amateur dramatics. We know what people want. We know what people want. I said, no you don't, no you don't, no you don't. You haven't got the foggiest. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Na 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 na
It's a rock and roll geek train wreck.